Let's look at the weekly close for the global stock indices for the week of 3rd of February. So uh, a lot of the global stock market has seen kind of a bull trend, pretty optimistic. If we look at the Dow Jones, it hasn't been able to break through the downtrend line from over here. So at this point in time, it looks like no, Dow Jones is still struggling. So watch for if there's any breakout, then we may see uh, another round of uptrend uh, from here. But if it does break below the low form on the week of 30th December at 32,850, then we may see that this is actually forming a double top, a mini double top over here. Okay, so just wait and see. The next is the NASDAQ composite. NASDAQ composite has seen uh, quite bullish sentiment lately, right? So it has broken above the previous high of 11,480. Right. So if anyone has long, then the uh, s- the stop loss would be can be set around the 10,800 mark over here, which is the low before the breakup of this. Now, I don't see at this point in time a major uptrend because there's quite a bit of pressure formed by this resistance over here, as well as the resistance over at the 13,047, which is the high from of the previous, which is the previous high. As for the S&P 500, S&P 500 is pretty similar because a few of the components stocks is actually in both Nasdaq and S&P 500. So same analysis over here. There's a breakthrough. Now there's a break of this trend, this downtrend line over here. So again, the stop loss would be uh, the stop loss at this point in time. Okay, probably a good one can be set at around the 33,885. Now there's some good volume over here, so but do take note of the resistance formed by the line over here. Okay, that's for the American stocks. As for the European stocks, the CAC 40 is pretty near to the high, the previous high. We have to wait and see how it goes. If anyone who hasn't gone into the CAC 40 yet, then there's no point going in because the stop loss is pretty long. But for those who have has the has long the CAC 40, then um, the stop loss can be uh, maintained at 6,518. FTSE 100, pretty much the same thing as the CAC 40, but it has more or less hit the resistance formed by the previous high at the 7,900 mark. Okay, so um, so anybody who has long these, just watch closely if we manage to break through the previous high. If not, then keep the stop loss at around the 7,430 closely. over to the Asian stock market. Let's look at the Hang Seng over here. Now, after the turn of the new of the year, okay, Hang Seng has seen pretty good movement, but it has kind of take a breather this week, okay, with quite a bit of volume over here. So we'll just have to wait and see whether it breaks above that. But I see that maybe um, there may be some room for a little bit of consolidation before it actually trying to break higher with further good news from China. For the Shanghai Stock Exchange, yeah, Shanghai Stock Exchange took a breather this week. Um, Pending the return of people to work in the after the Chinese New Year. So, but see that we may see some further uptrend for the Shanghai Stock Exchange. There's no sign of a reversal in the Shanghai Stock Exchange right now, both from the stock chart as well as the volume over here. As for the Nikkei, let's take a look at the Nikkei. Nikkei is still trading within this tight range after the forming of the head and shoulders. Okay. So at this point in time, I wouldn't suggest taking any position right now unless there's either a break of the formation, the head and shoulder formation, or it breaks down to confirm the head and shoulder, and in which we will see further downtrend in the Nikkei, okay, which I think is more likely the case. Now, over to the Korean Kospi 200. Kospi 200 break the short-term downtrend line over here. But do take note that there's a bit of quite a bit of resistance at around the 330 points, right? So watch for this. Nothing much that you can do at this point in time. But no, if there's going to be any further upside, right? Okay. And if anybody has taken uh, a long position there, then my suggestion is to take profit around the 360 points mark. Okay, so over to the Straits Times Index. The Straits Times Index, it broke the channel over here. Okay, okay, but not a whole lot of volume. So I'm not optimistic that there's a lot of uptrend over here. So this just to bear in mind that there's this if anybody is long, then do take note that there's a resistance at the 3,440 points region. Okay. Um, my take is that this might not hold, and it might just fall back below this channel over here. Right. So in any case, anybody who's long the STI now, the stop loss should be placed around the 3318 region, 3318, 3319 region. Right, so that's it for the week of the global stock analysis for the week of 3rd of February.